All of it. I mean, in your first game, and really, I've almost had these guys together for 2 practices with the injuries and everything that kind of we went through in training camp. They haven't had a lot of time to get together, so I was really happy with it. You know, if that team plays a game that got them to the conference finals twice in the last 3 years, and it's a hard game and it's a grinding game. And I thought as the game went on, we got better and better at it. And I'm happy with it. Their goaltender was real good when he needed to be. We didn't score on the power play, but we had some really good looks there. I liked the penalty kill. The first one and the third one were just really strong. So I was pretty happy with it.
You mentioned your goaltender, 31 saves.
Yeah.
How did he affect this game?
Well, when you're putting new things together, there's some strange bounces on some of those, how the puck got to the net, you know. Confidence just builds and grows as the game goes on, right? He just settles guys down. He was really good.
How big was that goal from Patrick Horn to kind of just take the belt?
Yeah, right. And because you're saying all the right things on the bench, next shift, you know, and then they come back out and they don't let, you're 100% right, you don't let the crowd get going. Bench is back up and excited, so got that good feeling right away. I thought they were really effective, and as I get to know the bench a little more, it was a little unusual by the way the power plays came, the order that they came in. I think that's an effective line, and I think they're going to get more ice time. Tonight I'm still learning how to run the bench with this team, right?
Well, you see Tkachuk try one between the legs on one of his first few shifts
Yeah.
of the game. Is that kind of a sign of how good this guy is already feeling with this game?
What do you have, 16 shot attempts tonight? And they're going to go for him. He's got such an incredible stick. I think you had asked me the question about Barkov, the thing that you didn't know. I mean, I knew he had good hands. I didn't know how creative he was with them. His hand skills, his hand-eye coordination are incredible.
He also said that he's felt comfortable from day one. A lot
Right.
of times guys need a few regular season games to
Yeah.
really feel their way in. It doesn't seem that way for him. Why do you think
No,
that is?
I think it's the room, and I don't know that I can explain it to you well. My first phone calls in late June, I got off the phone thinking these guys are all really close and really happy, and I felt the same thing. Right, it's a really welcoming group. They want to work. New guys come in. It's a little bit like you've got Barkov, you've got Ekblad, but everybody else kind of came to kind of find their game here. Not that he needed to, but the only way that happens is if you can kind of come in and make friendships and make connections and feel like you're a part of it. So they're good at that. These guys have the right leadership to make new players feel welcome.
How much have you spent working up on structure and playing the way you need to play into one game and to see it tonight?
That was all camp.
Yeah.
That's all we talked about really and we've got clearly, you know, lots of room to improve. But the more the messaging and the mindset is you got to enjoy these kind of games. Now, they're no fun in the regular season, especially if you're used to scoring 5 and 6 goals a night. But it looks exactly the way a playoff game is going to be. It's going to be a grinder. You don't get the puck in deep, you're going to pay for it. All those hard things, that's where that's the addition to our game. We think we can still be dynamic off the rush, but we've got to learn how to handle this kind of game.
Did that make the Islanders kind of the ideal opponent for you tonight, since it's
Yes.
a team that's not going to play a game where you trade chances?
Well,
it's going to be a gritty game.
We framed the game in that way, that this is the best possible opponent for us because they're going to play as hard defensively as you're going to see in the NHL, and they're not going to give you anything, and you're going to get frustrated. And they knocked a ton of stuff down on us in the neutral zone, plays that we're kind of used to completing, and you get your odd man rush. But we started to get better and better, and I thought especially after the first period, we started to be a little smarter with the puck, get a little more offensive zone time. And that the first goal would be kind of exactly the goal that we need to develop, an ability to score. We're net front, slot tip, low to high, back of the net. So yeah, it was good. It was, for me, it was just a fun bench to be behind because they're serious and they're working and they're very, very intense, but they're also pretty funny. Like there's some funny guys. Hornquist is a funny man. So I enjoyed that part, right? You can joke around.
You seem rejuvenated. You feel that?
I was looking for a very specific opportunity, and this was it. my meeting kind of with Bill Zito. About 2 hours in, I'm going, oh man, I want to get back behind the bench. And then, but you don't know the players, right? You don't know until you get there. Training camp's been fun for me. They worked really, really hard. I pushed them really hard. They handled it just fine. And then they're like, I know it's a bit of a younger team in some ways, but they're all men, right? They enjoy their jobs. To go outside, they enjoy the weather. It's pretty good.
Going back to Matthew, he's obviously such a big personality, but
Right.
just now he's taking a picture with Barkov with the puck. Like,
Yeah.
how important was that he came in and Barkov is a cat? Like,
So
these
that would be,
guys-
there's the on-ice person and the off-ice person. The thing that he was here about a week and he had already taken all the trainers out for dinner. Right? He's a very giving person. If a kid wants an autograph, he's a very kind and caring human being. And then he's a pain in the ass when he gets on the ice, right? So that's good for the Florida Panthers fans to know the kind of man that he is. He takes care of people.
And it looked like this was the type of game you guys brought Matthew Tkachuk in. I mean, how was it to watch him dominate that style of game?
Well, he's real good, right hash marks down in the offensive zone. He's those hand skills, but he positions his body. He's clearly not afraid of hanging out down there. He's got a little bit of edge when he bumps into people. That's the player. We gotta get the rangefinder going on some of those shots, and he'll do well. Okay, guys.